shit. You dropping this done being.
Bro, let them know
It's a
you
done deal.
on, bro.
Bro, it's a done deal.
Let them know you dropping me,
I'll
bro.
drop you.
No, say it.
Pooh
Nigga.
Shiesty dropping 10-17.
Shout out to real nigga. Ain't never did no police shit or none of that, bro. Tell them what's going on.
Bro, we just did that. It's done.
What you do?
You drop. You said you want to be dropped. You drop.
You
Scrub
signed the
in.
paper
I
and
signed the paper. It's
everything.
done.
This shit over with, shit.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? It's the Real Talk Podcast Show, and I'm your host, Fly Capone. And like always, we gonna jump straight into it. I want to start off by talking about the Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty situation. I think that Pooh Shiesty has to be the dumbest gangster, the dumbest criminal in the world to tape that type of situation, man. It just don't make no sense to the things that people do these days for clout or for a moment. You know what I mean? I ain't saying that's what he did, but I'm just saying it didn't make no sense to tape that. And then not only that, how did they get the tapes? Who turned them tapes in, or did they get them when they seized their phones or whatever? You know what I mean? And they went through them and got the tapes like that. Who knows? But me personally, I think he went about it wrong. He could at least bought himself out the contract, man. You was going to have a hell of a run. All you had to do was just chill, get your money right, get your lawyers right or whatever, and just buy yourself out the contract, man. Do it the right way. Now you done fucked up. You was fresh out, now you right back in there and get ready to do a stretch, because they definitely gonna bop you about this one, man. All you had to do is take your time and do it right, you know what I mean? And then it didn't even look like Gucci was too scared of, you know, whatever. He did what he was supposed to do, you know. He ain't bitch up or nothing, but he definitely you know, did what he's supposed to do, especially with them guns and stuff on him, man. It just really didn't make no sense for you to go out like that, Pooh, because you like I say, you was going to have a hell of a run. All you had to do is just get your money right, and then just buy yourself out the contract. But like, I do understand where you're coming from, especially if you sign to a person and they ain't doing right by you. You know, that's what's wrong with CEOs of these music industries and these record labels now, that they don't want to take care of the artists like they're supposed to, man. It don't hurt for you to look out for your artist while he locked up, or even when he come home, especially if you're the big dog. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be red carpet treatment when your artists come home. Real talk. And I know that Pooh Shiesty is kind of upset about the Big Scar situation. You know, Gucci didn't come through like they felt like he should have came through for his artists. And, you know, so I understand where he coming from with how you feel about certain things, but I definitely feel like you moved too fast and you went about it wrong, man. You should have took your time and did it right, and then you could have got yourself out the contract and went on that run like you was great had, especially with Dirk and all them locked up, man. You was getting ready to be, you was on your way, boy. You was ready to take off. You was already there, but you was ready to really be that dude if you would have just slowed up and took your time and did it right. You know what I mean? Now you fucked up, and I don't think it ain't no getting out of this, man. You know, you might be able to beat the kidnapping and all that, because you really didn't kidnap them or nothing, you know. Just held them at what you call that? Held them at confinement. They might get them with confinement or something like that, but kidnapping, I don't know, because they didn't really take them nowhere. But, you know, who knows? We'll see how it play out, man. I just wish you would have slowed up and did it right, though, Pooh, because you fucked yourself over, man. You know, and me personally, man, you know, they call him a snitch or whatever they want to call him, man. But when you ain't living that life no more, man, and somebody do you like that, you know, and you ain't trying to kill them, man, what else is there to do but, you know what I mean, call the authorities? Me personally, I don't think I would have done that. I would have handled it like I know how to handle it. You know what I mean? I would just made him pay for it, just me personally. But I don't knock Gucci for what he did and why he did it. So, you know, it's understandable. You know what I mean? And I just want to send this message, man. If y'all doing crimes and shit like that, stop pulling them phones out, man, because these phones is already fucking us up. They listening to us, they watching us, they monitoring us, they doing all this shit with these phones, let alone recording crimes and shit. Like, that's just the dumbest shit in the world, man. Real talk. And I seen something the other day about a black woman at Walmart in the parking lot was getting harassed by a white guy. I'm not sure of the lady's name. I'm gonna have to look that up, but she she pulled a gun out and she kept asking the man to stop,
is learning more about
leave
what
her
led up
alone,
to
back up,
this.
back up.
A deadly
And for some
confrontation
reason,
at a North
the
Lauderdale
man seized
Walmart
the
parking
gun,
lot earlier this
and he
week.
still keep approaching the lady. So she ended up shooting him and unaliving him. And I feel like
62-year-old Bart DiGuglielmo
I don't
died
think
from
it was
his injuries
necessary
after being shot in
to
the
actually
stomach.
shoot him because
Witness
he didn't
video
have no
shows the two
weapon. But at the
arguing
same
before the
time, she is a
trigger
woman,
pulled.
and
The
she don't know
woman's
what he
gun
was
pointed
capable of or
straight
what he
at him
might have
before
had
she
on him,
eventually
if
shoots.
he had anything on him. So she shot once and unalived him. Me personally, I think she made the wrong move. She should have slowed up. You already got the gun out. Just keep bagging up and telling him to stop or something like that. And then if you feel like you have to shoot, should have gave him a warning shot at least at the ground or maybe in the leg or something. You know what I mean? But to off the top shoot him and then happen to unalive him, she may be seeing some prison time behind that, because I don't see where she could justify it with him not having a weapon on him. Well, who knows? We'll see how it play out. You know what I mean? Like not to make this a racial issue, but white Caucasian people been doing us like that for years for no reason, pulling guns out and unaliving us for no reason, and they beat them cases, just like the Cyrus McCormick situation or whatever about the bottled waters. The Asian man shot him unalived. This little guy about some bottled water, beat the case, and we can go on and on and on about these type of things with Caucasian people unaliving black people for no reason. Then they beat the case. So we'll see how this play out. Me personally, I think they're gonna try to hang her for it, because this just how this world is. But hopefully she get off, man. Because like I say, I don't see. She could have took her time and not actually shot and unalived the guy, but at the same time, once he's seen that gun and he kept pursuing, then that you are a threat. So me personally, I think she did what she had to do. Me personally, if it was me in my situation, if I was in that situation and I happened to unalive somebody because I felt threatened, if I did happen to do some time, that's the type of time that I could do and not lose no sleep over it, because I felt like I did what I had to do, versus me doing something on accident and then now I'm doing time for something that I regret. So that's different. It's hard on you when you're doing time for something that you regret. But when you did something and you felt like you did it because you had to do it, then you could do your time standing on your head and you ain't gonna feel nothing about it because you feel like you did what you had to do. You know what I mean? And so we'll see how it play out. And really, that's about it for today. We get back next. Until next time, holla back.